Thomas Edison, often hailed as America's greatest inventor, revolutionized the modern world with his relentless curiosity and innovative spirit. Hi everyone, Ken here. Today we are joining Edison on his illuminating journey from humble roots in Ohio to a mansion in New Jersey. Hit that like button and let's explore this house. In 1847, Thomas Edison was born in the small village of Milan, Ohio. Edison's early years were characterized by a relentless curiosity and a love for reading, much of which was fostered by his mother, a former schoolteacher who took on the role of his primary educator. Edison's formal schooling was brief, lasting only a few months as his teachers found him to be hyperactive and easily distracted. His mother, recognizing his unique learning style and potential, decided to teach him at home. This personalized education allowed Edison to explore subjects that intrigued him, particularly science and technology. The family moved to Port Huron, Michigan in 1854, where Edison's interest in science grew even stronger. By the age of 12, he was conducting experiments in the basement of his family's home, using materials he purchased with the money he earned from selling newspapers, candies, and vegetables on the Grand Trunk Railroad. This entrepreneurial spirit not only funded his experiments, but also introduced him to the world of telegraphy. Edison's foray into telegraphy began with a heroic act. At the age of 15, he saved a 3-year-old boy, Jimmy Mackenzie, from being struck by a runaway train. The boy's father was a station agent at Mount Clemens, Michigan, and in gratitude, he trained Edison as a telegraph operator. This training opened the door to a world that would shape Edison's future. His first telegraphy job took him to Stratford Junction, Ontario, where he immersed himself in the technology and techniques of telegraphy, often working long hours and experimenting with improvements to the equipment. Edison's hearing problems, which began around this time due to a bout of scarlet fever, also played a significant role in his life. Although it left him almost completely deaf in one ear and partially in the other, Edison often said that his deafness allowed him to focus more intensely on his work without distractions. In his late teens, Edison continued to work as a telegraph operator in various cities across the United States. His insatiable curiosity and drive to improve telegraphy systems led him to develop several early inventions, including an improved stock ticker. His innovations caught the attention of employers and investors, setting the stage for his transition from telegraph operator to full-time inventor and entrepreneur. Through these early experiences, Edison developed a unique approach to problem solving that combined hands-on experimentation with an entrepreneurial mindset. These formative years laid the groundwork for his later successes and established the foundation of a career that would revolutionize multiple industries and change the world forever. After his initial successes with improvements in telegraphy, Edison moved to New York City in 1869. It was here that he received his first patent for the electric vote recorder, an invention designed to speed up the voting process in legislative bodies. Despite its ingenuity, the device was not well received, teaching Edison an important lesson about the marketability of his inventions. It wasn't enough to just create something useful, it had to be something people were willing to adopt. In 1876, with the proceeds from his various telegraphy patents, Edison established the first laboratory in Menlo Park, New Jersey. This was a significant turning point in his career. Menlo Park was the first industrial research laboratory of its kind, a place where Edison could systematically work on his inventions with a team of skilled workers. This collaborative environment was revolutionary, marking the beginning of large-scale team-based industrial research and development. One of Edison's first major successes at Menlo Park was the phonograph, invented in 1877. The phonograph was a groundbreaking device that could record and reproduce sound. The ability to capture and replay audio was unprecedented and seemed almost magical to the public. Edison demonstrated the phonograph to widespread acclaim, and it became a sensation, earning him the nickname the Wizard of Menlo Park. This invention not only cemented his reputation as a leading inventor, but also showcased his ability to create commercially viable products. Following the success of the phonograph, Edison turned his attention to one of the most significant challenges of the time: electric lighting. While electric lights existed before Edison, they were not practical for widespread use due to their short lifespan and the high cost of materials, which previously included platinum. Edison's approach was methodical and innovative. He and his team experimented with countless different materials to find a filament that would be both durable and cost-effective. After many trials, they discovered that a carbonized bamboo filament could last over 1,200 hours, making electric lighting practical for everyday use. In 1879, Edison patented his electric light bulb and began developing a complete electrical lighting system, including generators, wiring, and fixtures. This holistic approach ensured that his invention could be easily integrated into homes and businesses. The first public demonstration of Edison's incandescent lighting system took place on New Year's Eve, 1879 in Menlo Park. This event drew spectators from all over, eager to witness the dawn of a new era in lighting. Edison's success with the electric light bulb led to the founding of the Edison Electric Light Company in 1880. He continued to refine and expand his electric lighting system, leading to the establishment of the first investor-owned electric utility, General Electric, which began providing power to customers in New York City. This achievement was a pivotal moment in the history of technology, laying the groundwork for the widespread adoption of electric power. Edison's innovative approach at Menlo Park didn't just stop with the phonograph and the light bulb. He fostered an environment of relentless experimentation and improvement, encouraging his team to push the boundaries of what was possible. This period of intense creativity and collaboration produced numerous patents and technological advancements, solidifying Edison's reputation as one of the most influential inventors of all time. As Thomas Edison's fame and influence grew, so did his ambitions. By the late 1880s, Edison had outgrown his Menlo Park laboratory. Seeking larger and more versatile space, he moved to West Orange, New Jersey, where he established an even more extensive laboratory complex. This new facility, which opened in 1887, allowed Edison to broaden the scope of his research and development activities. One of the key projects undertaken at West Orange was the development of motion pictures. Edison had already revolutionized sound recording with the phonograph, and now he turned his attention to visual media. In 1891, he patented the kinetograph, a motion picture camera, and the kinetoscope, a viewing device for watching short films. Paired with these inventions was the Black Maria, the world's first film production studio. The building was placed on a turntable that rotated with the sun throughout the day to ensure that the lighting remained constant on set. These inventions laid the groundwork for the modern film industry, and Edison's studio produced nearly 1,200 films over the next several decades. These range from simple, everyday scenes to more elaborate productions like The Great Train Robbery, which is considered one of the first narrative films. Edison's entrepreneurial spirit extended beyond his laboratory work. In 1886, following the death of his first wife, he married Mina Miller and moved to Glenmont, a 29-room mansion about a half-mile away from his laboratory. Glenmont became the family home and a place where Edison could entertain business associates and other notable figures of the time. The estate reflected Edison's success and provided a comfortable retreat where he could relax and recharge. Entering the mansion, we arrive in the foyer immediately facing the grand staircase. The 23-room mansion was designed by architect Henry Hudson Holly for its former owner, Henry Pedler, and was completed in 1882. As we move through the mansion, we will see some of the finest finishes the era had to offer, as no expense was spared on its artisan work. To one end of the foyer is the reception room, where notable guests such as Henry Ford could be imagined waiting on Edison. The reception room opens into the conservatory, wrapped in windows with dozens of potted plants scattered about the floor. Continuing deeper into the house brings us to the drawing room, and while it might look perfectly staged, the drawing room could be cleared of its furnishings to double as a ballroom while the Edisons hosted large gatherings. Let's head back into the foyer and cut across the house in the other direction to find the library. This cozy space was decorated at the height of Victorian-era fashion, with multiple wallpaper patterns competing with hand-stenciled ceilings and stained glass windows. And if you are thinking there aren't enough books for such an accomplished inventor, well, this is just the first library we will see in the house. Back in the foyer, we will head up a couple steps and pass through the archway under the stairs. This brings us to the dining room, set for a large party with the family's fine china stacked on the table. Though when not entertaining, the dining room was set only for Edison and his wife. Let's head beyond the velvet curtains at the end of the room. Here we find the den, with soaring cove ceilings framing an intricate mural above us. To the far end is an alcove with built-in window seating, providing a cozy retreat for the family. The den connects to Edison's home lab, where he could continue his hobby of tinkering at all hours of the night. While it might be common practice to separate chemicals and food today, the home lab connects to the butler's pantry, which is open to the kitchen. Of course, being so wealthy during this era, his staff would have prepared all the family's meals here. Nearby, we will also find the laundry room, where Edison had both hot and cold water for his servants to wash his clothes. Instead of taking the service stairs, let's return to the stair hall and begin making our way to the second floor. Up here, we get a really good look at the intricate newel posts and ornate balustrade and can really appreciate just how intricately carved they are. And while it isn't labeled as a library, the family living room served as a more comfortable space for Edison to flip through books and conduct research while at home. Being trendsetters for the time, he and his wife both shared the same bed in their room, and they also had a state-of-the-art bathroom when many of their neighbors still relied on outhouses. In addition to his work in New Jersey, Edison also developed a deep connection to Florida. In 1885, he purchased a 13-acre property in Fort Myers, which he named Seminole Lodge. This winter retreat allowed Edison to escape the harsh northern winters to enjoy the mild climate of Florida. The property included a main house, guest house, and a laboratory where Edison continued his experiments even while on vacation. Seminole Lodge became a site of collaboration and friendship, as Edison frequently hosted his close friends and neighbors Henry Ford and Harvey Firestone. One of the most significant projects Edison undertook in Florida was his search for a domestic source of natural rubber. During World War I, the United States faced a severe shortage of rubber, which was essential for manufacturing tires and other products. Edison, Ford, and Firestone pooled their resources to establish the Edison Botanical Research Corporation in 1927. The goal was to find a plant that could be cultivated in the United States to produce rubber. Edison tested over 17,000 plant samples and eventually identified the goldenrod plant as a viable source. His work in this area, though not commercially successful during his lifetime, demonstrated his commitment to solving practical problems through scientific research. Throughout his life, Edison continued to explore new ideas and technologies. His relentless curiosity and drive led him to make significant contributions to many fields, including electric power generation, sound recording, motion pictures, and more. His ability to envision the future and his dedication to turning ideas into reality made him a true pioneer of the modern age. Thomas Edison passed away on October 18th of 1931 at his home in West Orange. His legacy, however, endures through his inventions and the companies he founded. With a staggering 1,093 U.S. patents to his name, Edison's impact on modern technology and everyday life is immeasurable. Edison's homes, Glenmont and Seminole Lodge, stand today as testaments to his life and work. They offer a glimpse into the personal and professional life of a man whose ideas illuminated the world, both literally and figuratively. What did you think about his homes? Let me know down below in the comments section, and while you're there, make sure you are subscribed so you never miss an exciting episode of This House.